All right, let's move on to the next one. Call of Duty Vanguard. So Adam, I don't know if you've heard of this franchise, Call of Duty. It's some obscure shooting game.
I might have that one. This would have been like. I'm pretty sure this is like some really old game that like no one ever heard of, right? Like they're bringing this
Yeah,
back, right?
it's niche. It's very
Yeah, yeah,
obscure.
yeah.
So, yeah, no, just so they announced this week. It came out via leaks and rumors, but it's official now. The next Call of Duty is Call of Duty Vanguard, and we are going to be getting some more information on this. So, Activision has officially announced Call of Duty Vanguard, the next title in the hugely popular series, with a short teaser video on Monday. While the video doesn't reveal a lot, it consists mostly of footage of 4 different locales that each feature a mysterious face. It seems the game will take place during World War II, likely on the forefronts of the war. Details are light right now, but more will be revealed about Call of Duty Vanguard at an event inside Call of Duty Warzone. The series take on a free-to-play battle royale shooter August 19th, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're just watching the trailer right now. Adam, is this your first time seeing it?
Yes.
Okay. What are your sort of thoughts right off the bat?
I mean, it's a really cool artistic trailer. It's if there's anything I'm taking from it right now, I like how they've designed it. The way that they've incorporated like the map, it's or like the area itself to cut to form a face of some sort. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, so for those of you who are listening to the audio, first of all, check us out on YouTube if you want. But if you're listening to us on audio, what we're seeing is it starts off in I'm assuming Eastern Front sort of situation, and you see a sniper rifle inside a window, and it kind of cuts back to a wall, and you see what looks like a woman's face, shot through with like bullets. So like the marks on the wall make the face. Then it cuts to the sands of what I am assuming is like South Africa or something like that. Basically a sandy area, and it cuts through, and then you see a person's face in the wreckage. Then I think it goes to I want to say like the forest of like Eastern France or whatever, Germany, like that sort of area, and you see you see what I'm assuming is a red beret, which would suggest to me that it's like Holland area, the Ardennes kind of area. And you see like a person's face through the barbed wire. You see German helmets, you see the potato masher grenades, all that kind of stuff. And then the last one, you see a propeller plane kind of crashed into the lake with those, I think they're called Chekhov. Those like things that you see that are synonymous with like D-Day and those beaches. And you see a plane crashed, and it zooms out to a parachute with like dirt that reveals another person's face. Now, what's interesting in the trailer is that it does say in the end, I think it says something like "We rise together" or something like that. And the 4 faces that you see coincide, I think, with those 4 sort of distinguished characters in the original image release of Vanguard. Adam, what are the chances you think this is going to be like have a co-op single player?
There are a few different options. I think that would be one of them. Although you got to keep in mind that Call of Duty and single player is not normally the most synonymous thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to say because for all we know, it could just be like maybe it's an online like base like campaign a la like maybe a Destiny. There's always that possibility too.
Mm-hmm.
Because based on how Warzone's done with like the battle royale thing, what's to stop them from like seeing if Call of Duty works in another format? Honestly, I think there are 3 different things that it's going to be. It's either what you said in that it's a cooperative campaign, which would be really cool. It could be what I think it might be because I don't know how they do. Well, I mean, you can do cooperative campaigns even without that. But I wonder if it's a campaign that has 4 different characters with 4 different stories that kind of intertwine. And then there's the other possibility, which is the way off the board kind of pick, which is something more akin to a Destiny, Outriders, Anthem, like those kind of games in a Call of Duty sort of setting where it's like a consistently like open world sort of MMO, which in a Call of Duty fighting style in the terms of their combat, I would actually be curious about that. If Vanguard turned out to be like their answer to Destiny, you might actually have my attention just to see what it does, because the combat is as sharp as it can possibly be in Call of Duty games. So for them to have like an attempt to try and capture what other games like that do, that would get my attention. I mean, all 3 of them are interesting ideas no matter what. It's just one's way out there, and then the other two just either it's really cool you get to play a campaign with your friends if they even care about it, or because I mean if you play zombies, I guess it's similar. Or it's just an interesting campaign where it's not just, this entire mission's like this completely like story that just goes in one direction and it's all about these same characters, whereas this thing's like it's different points in history and maybe somehow it all comes together in the end.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious how they're going to kind of do this. Like the idea of a Destiny style kind of intrigues me, but at the same time, like how do you do that with World War II? Unless they just do like mission raids, I guess. Like I don't know.
Oh, there are absolutely ways you could get around it. I mean, again, like the Division exists, and it's literally just human beings with guns. Like it's just somehow this guy can take 100 bullets before he dies, compared to these enemies that can take 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. My question though is that like it's an interesting choice that they're going back to World War II, and this kind of gives the vibes of, oh my god, the name's escaping. What's the other one? Battlefield. Like it gives vibes of like Battlefield 5. Hey, it's been a long day. But it gives vibes of like Battlefield 5, and that game, with the theaters and stuff, didn't do surprisingly well. And like, I'm not a shooter guy, but I'm a bit of like, I have an interest in World War II, and that game didn't even resonate with me. And I don't hear anyone talking about that Call of Duty World War II that they made either. So it's kind of curious, like, did it sell well enough to justify a second Call of Duty World War II theme?
I mean, it's a Call of Duty game, so I would say yes.
I understand that, but I'm just thinking like from a World War II.
Well, okay. I'm also thinking from the perspective too that like I'm sure a big part of why they're doing another World War II game is to keep it. They really are trying their best to not make it seem like they're copy and pasting constantly by just doing modern shooters all the time.
Yeah.
So it would make sense for them to kind of delve back. And I mean, again, like you're always going to get people excited for a good old World War II because all the classic Call of Duty fans, that's all they want, right? Mm-hmm. So if there's people that have been turned off by say things like Warzone, you pop in a World War II game, and all of a sudden, the old guard is probably looking at it being like, "Oh, you guys are doing some World War II stuff again. All right, I'll check it out."
Yeah, I mean,
because you're gonna get the kids anyway. Like Call of Duty is a brand at this point when it comes to gaming. It's basically Coca-Cola in video game form. So you're gonna get that core audience no matter what. It's just a matter of trying to see if you can find a way to get the outside audience or the fence sitters or the ones that haven't been around for a while to get back into the fray.
Yeah. So I'm just looking right now. Call of Duty World War II actually sold 19, just shy of 20 million copies, which puts it in the ninth best-selling Call of Duty of the 16 like main trilogy game. Or wow, trilogy. What is going on today?
You're having a rough day.
It is a rough day. This is the 9th of 16 major like full title release games. So not selling super well, but like you said,
out of curiosity, what's the bottom 3? That's my curious thing.
What would you guess are the bottom 3?
I would probably go Ghost would have to be one of them.
Okay.
Because it was a pretty. I mean, it might still have sold well just because of it being Call of Duty back then, but it was panned. Like people did not like it. I would wonder if World at War didn't do very well.
So just to give you clarification, this was last updated on December of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have
the only other one I could think of would have been Black Ops 4 because some people were actually pretty upset that there was no single player.
So right now they have, and this is an older article from Game Rant. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is just set as TBD because they never updated it. Call of Duty Black Ops is the lowest one with like a ranking and a number. So Black Ops 4 is at 3.5 million. What would you say is the next lowest one?
Next lowest? Probably Infinite Warfare.
Nope. And the lowest one is actually the original Call of Duty at 4.5 million.
Okay. Yeah, I should have thought about maybe going further back.
And then the next one after that?
I'll go back to the old tried and true bad game and Ghosts.
Nope. Call of Duty number 2.
No, okay.
At 5.9.
But it's interesting that are you talking like the lowest one was Black Ops 4, right?
Black Ops 4 was the lowest one as of time of release.
That's really interesting.
Now, this is going to surprise you as well. What do you think of the top 3? We'll do with number 3 first. What's number 3?
Number 3 all time, probably Black Ops 2.
Yeah, Black Ops 2 is correct. 29.59 million.
Number two, I'm going to say Modern Warfare 3.
Correct. 30.97 million.
And then the last one, is it going to be Warzone just because it's free to play?
Once again, this is an older article, so I can't say Warzone.
Oh, okay. So, I want to say just Modern Warfare.
That would be a good guess, but you're incorrect. Number 1 is Call of Duty Black Ops.
Okay. Yeah, that still makes sense.
Now, here's what's going to surprise you. Number 4, Call of Duty Ghosts at 28.8 million.
That's kind of where my brain was thinking too, because I'm like, it was right around that time that Call of Duty was white hot, so everybody was buying it. So I guarantee you there was like a shit ton of them that were bought right at the very beginning, and then people really didn't end up liking it.
You have to remember with those things, the one that people don't like, the first one that people don't like isn't the one that doesn't sell well.
Yeah.
It's the one after that doesn't sell well.
So just out of my own curiosity, because I thought it was not going to do very well, what did Infinite Warfare do on the list?
Infinite Warfare?
Because a lot of people didn't like that one either because they didn't like the futuristic aspect of it.
Infinite Warfare was 11.
Okay, so it was on the bottom
13.7. So basically, Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3 and Black Ops 4 are the one are round at the bottom.
So basically, it's the game with no single player and then all the old ones, which is interesting that even the older ones did better because you figure even with just the multiplayer purposes, you'd still sell a bunch of copies.
Conversely, you'd also have like a longer run rate with the older games, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm kind of curious like where they're going to go with this new version. What do you think of games doing this whole reveal in their live service thing? So, like they said, they're going to release, like they're going to do an event within their Warzone game. What do you think of that?
It doesn't bother me because I know it'll just get put on YouTube anyway. So it's just an extra place. Like I've seen some people being like, "That's so stupid." They would debut it in a game. It's like, well, it's not like it's only going to be in the game, and the only way you can watch it is in the game. Like it's going to go out on social media because it has to. So to me, it's just another place to announce it. Which cool, it's just more. It's just another place. Who cares?
I'm torn. Like obviously, like I'd rather just be like on YouTube or whatever. But I think it totally makes sense. Like I mean,
it's your core audience.
Yeah, the Warzone community is your core audience, and now you're going straight to them. So we've always talked about this, and I like the same thing that PlayStation does this, and I wish they did this more with like, hey, we're gonna do stuff with your PlayStation to kind of get you on board. So I think it makes sense. Am I a Warzone guy? No, I'm not a Call of Duty guy either. Like I'll sometimes play them just for fun. Like they're not bad. Like I respect that what they are, and they are good games, but they're just not my style of game. So I think for me, it's like, yeah, it makes sense. This isn't particularly my instance, but I totally understand why you're doing it that way. And I think it's a good nod to the fans and the players and get them hyped first. And like you said, it'll be on YouTube for the rest of us afterwards.
Well, it's smart too, because not only do you get the core fans who are already playing a reason to watch it, but now you're getting a reason for the old guard that maybe have stopped playing Warzone to come back just for a moment to see that trailer. Maybe they get hooked again. So
yeah, for sure.
It's a win-win if you're Activision at that point.